Hi Schatzileins, it's Phoebe here. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the month of November. November is here with new changes, new laws, and things that you should be aware of in Germany. If you're living in Germany as a foreigner, or even just anyone living in Germany, you should know these things, okay? We are looking at things like loan regulation, mini loans, bank loans, buy now, pay later. We are looking at the midwives getting a pay rise. We are looking at media updates. We are looking at bureaucracy updates. So if this is your first time, this is the Phoebe way. We do life in Germany, laws in Germany. And so make sure that you are subscribed. And if you are a returning Schatzilein, welcome. Let's get started. And before we start, a big thank you to our sponsor, Feather Insurance. If you've ever tried to find insurance in Germany, you know that it's like finding missing pieces of a puzzle in a language that you barely understand. It's like decoding in a foreign language, but this decoding will come with legal consequences. And this is why I have partnered with Feather Insurance to help us expats, also new expats, find the insurance the way that it fits. Feather Insurance offer everything from public to private health insurance. They have liability insurance, legal insurance, dental insurance. In fact, they even have pet insurance. Yes, they can cover your dog if you came with your dog, or if you want to have your, emotional support animal, they got it. One thing that I personally love about Feather Insurance is this: everything is in English, and you can sign on in the comfort of your home in just 5 minutes. No paperwork, no stress, all digital. And all your insurances will be under one account. And the best part, whether you are just arriving in Germany or you have been here for years, Feather Insurance is good for you because they have consultants who are free and honest. Yes, these people are not here to sell to you, but they are here to support you. So when the time comes for you to file a claim, they are going to help you figure things out. They are going to help you file your claim so you get your payouts fair and fast. So if you're feeling overwhelmed with the German insurance jungle, then please, Feather Insurance is here, and this is your shortcut out of this jungle. I'm going to leave their link in the description box down below. Check them out and find out for yourself how easy it can be. Let's get started with finances. Let's talk money. So, as part of an EU directive, there is this new law in Germany that as from November, all the institutions or banks that are giving these mini loans up to 200 euros and are also offering this buy now, pay later option when they are buying things online, they have to make it transparent and understandable for their client or the consumer to know how much exactly they are paying or how much they really have to pay by the time the payment is due. Why? Because there has been a surge of especially young people falling into debt traps and not knowing how much they had to pay, and that they actually had to pay much higher fees, much higher interest. And it's also to protect people from lower income households from making bad financial decisions as well. So this is what you have to know. If you are using, which bank I want to, or which institution I want to mention, but if you're doing buy now, pay later, Ratenzahlung, installment payment, spread 50 euro over the next 5 months, so you pay 10 euros a month, you have to know that it is not just a 50 euro you're paying, but you're paying an additional fee or some kind of interest. So that is the first law that we are talking about, finances. This is new from November, and it's from November 20th. Next stop, finances. This one is a good one. Midwives, Hebammen. Congratulations to y'all. I wish I had a friend who was a midwife, because, baby girl, you're about to be earning 74 euros an hour. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. So from this month, the Hebammen are supposed to be earning up to 74 euros, and the government has introduced this new law because, one, Hebammen are also short-staffed, so they are trying to make the job more attractive to others to join. Yes, to go through training to become a Hebamme, to become a midwife. They also want to make sure that the families that need the midwives, so the pregnant women and also their families, so when the child comes, that they would also have premium or better care. So this is supposed to be a win-win situation for both families and the healthcare professionals. And also they want to make sure that one-on-one care for the pregnant women is encouraged. But mind you, this is for freelance midwives and not for all kinds of midwives. So for the freelance ones, so for the selbstständige Hebammen. And one thing I learned over this weekend was that the moment you know that your period is late and you go check and you're pregnant, please start looking for your Hebammen, because as I said, they are short-staffed and they are literally gemstones currently. So Hebammen, selbstständige Hebammen, that's it. Not only the midwives are seeing a raise, this time around, the scaffolders and the baby scaffolders, meaning their trainees, are also said to see increase in their wages. Still talking about healthcare, there is this new reform that is about to be introduced to the Bundestag, and it is about it's a long name. Let me try to get it. Pflegefachassistenzsausbildung. So this is the nursing training, but it's for the nursing assistants, so Pflegefachassistenzsausbildung, nursing training. Listen, every Bundesland has their own training program. They have their own requirements, their own standards, and the government wants to actually standardize the whole thing, generalize it, make it one for all federal states. So let's say you do it here in Baden-Württemberg and you move to a different Bundesland. It is possible that once moving there, you will not be able to start work right away, or you'll not be able to get the same type of payment that you were getting in your previous place. Either you're getting higher or lower because the standards vary according to federal states, right? And now they want to make sure that this is all one standard for all federal states, and to make sure that the requirements are the same for everyone. So it's possible that now the requirements can either be higher or lower depending on where your Bundesland used to be. They want to make sure that they make the job attractive for up to 100,000 people. They want to recruit 100,000 more of the Pflegefachassistenten, and they also want to improve the healthcare that is given in the Altersheims, in the old age home, and also in the hospital. So if you are thinking of doing an Ausbildung as Pflegefachassistent, then please look into it, stay abreast, inform yourself, and of course, stay subscribed to the Phoebe, because I am keeping tabs on this reform and I hope to bring you better information as time goes on. All right? Good. Update Schatzileins. This is now law that will be effective from January 1st, 2027. So if you now want to apply for Pflegefachassistenzsausbildung, then please, I wish you all the best. Go ahead and viel Erfolg. Talking about standardizing things and making things much easier, let's talk about bureaucracy. So this is for business owners, those who have a Gewerbe, so Gewerbetreibende. This is for you. So up until now, if you move your business or you yourself move, Gewerbe is tied to the person. So if you move from a different city to the next one, usually you have to do Gewerbeabmeldung in the old place, and then you do Gewerbeanmeldung at the new place. So you go to the Gewerbeamts, the trade office, you go to the place you were leaving, you are leaving or you were living in, you do the Abmeldung, and then you do the Anmeldung at the new place, right? Now, this does not have to be anymore from this month. Once you move, you just have to do the Gewerbeanmeldung, the re-registering or the registering at the new place. And then the new place, the new Gewerbeamt, will contact the old place and then do the Abmeldung for you. The goal of this new rule is to make sure that there's less paperwork, straightforward, because imagine if your old place is Mannheim and for some reason you forgot to do the Abmeldung. You have to drive the 2 hours from Stuttgart to Mannheim again to do that, and then come back to Stuttgart to do the Anmeldung. Come on now. And now, like, when you're doing the Abmeldung, you have to let them know to what date you are ending the activities of your business at the old place, right? And then you have to, let's say you tell them 30th November is when it ends here. So 1st December is when it starts there. But now you go to one place and you just give them the date. I said, I moved here on so and so date, and this is how it's going to be. And they would, work on the dates and everything, because everything has to be seamless, obviously. So that is a good thing for us business owners. This is the new bureaucratic change. Another thing that has to do with bureaucracy is a reform that is set to come into force soon as law. One thing about this is that the ministry that is in charge of this reform says that because of the increased demand for Personalausweise and passports, it puts some kind of strain on the federal press. Yes, so federal printing press, obviously. So, and the more cost that, like the surcharge that has happened, is what the citizens have to bear. So now the ID cards, the Ausweise, are supposed to get more expensive by €9. So this is going to be the new price. They're also saying that they want to make it much more easier and seamless to do the online function, so you don't have to go to the Bürgeramt every time your online PIN has to be reset. You can do that from the comfort of your home. That is also there. And then for children under the age of 10, they don't have to get the PIN letters anymore. These are all plans, okay? This is not a law yet. These are all plans that the ministry has set as goals for next year, that they want this to, be effective from the coming year. So I'm also going to be observing this, and I'll let you know once it becomes law. So stay subscribed, become a Schatzilein. Not only that, they also want to make sure that once we are changing our addresses online, it should also be much easier for the citizens. So this is something that you should have at the back of your mind. Not only the Ausweis is supposed to get more expensive, they're also saying that the passports, those especially those who want the express passports, is also supposed to be getting more expensive now. And there are some people who do not have their passports with them when they get to the airport. You get this Reisedokument that is also supposed to get more expensive as well. So yeah, something for you to look at or look into if it should apply to you. If you have to renew your passport or your ID card next year, be expecting to pay more than you've paid so far. Yeah. Now, talking still about public services, the public broadcasters like ZDF, Kika, ARD, das erste deutsche Fernsehen, those ones, they have put an end to the standard definition, so SD. And erstes deutsche Fernsehen, so das erste, or ARD channels, they already did that some months ago, so they are good. They stopped offering SD, standard definition. But if you do not have a high definition device, or a device capable of high definition, then please look into it, because as from this date here in November, they are not going to be offering this anymore. Okay, so ZDF and Kika, those of you with kids that love to watch Kinderkanal, Kika, yeah, nicht mehr. So keep that in mind and look into it, because now you put on your TV and nothing will be showing. Literally, they are pulling their services off. They're only doing high definition now. Right, talking about kids, if you have a child who has a KulturPass, so after COVID, the government was trying to get the children to go outside again, and they started offering the KulturPass. KulturPass is now passé. Yes, so they didn't even give new KulturPass now for those who just turned 18. But if you still have one and you still have your bonus on it, please make sure that you use it up, because after 30th of November, it's for buy. So if it's that museum you wanted to go to with your friends, please go. If it's, I don't know, whatever you wanted to do with your KulturPass, please do it, because after now, it's done. Okay, now this part is where I tell you about the general information, some reminders here and there. So now let me point towards holidays. November is pregnant with holidays. These are the holidays you should know about. If you want to plan things for yourself or your family, some trips or whatever, this is what you should know. And also the kids who might be going on vacation, depending on where you are. Some people have Herbstferien, others even did it in the last week of October. So please, this is just a reminder. This is the November changes, November updates, just to bring you things, because I remember somebody mentioned something and said, is this also a law? It is not a law, but it is a reminder because anybody can forget. Also, November, winter is upon us. Yes, it's already dark by 5 p.m. It is normal. It's getting colder, yes, but you can do it. Try to enjoy winter as much as you can. By the last week in November, there's going to be starting with the Advent preparation, and Christmas markets will start opening. This is time for you to get your cozy and glow on. And this is also time to lock in if you want to get some things done by the end of the year. This is time for you to lock in. So do your hard 60, hard 75, and achieve your goals. And I think we have come to the end of the update, but question segments. Someone left this question and said that if you got Duldung to do your Ausbildung of 2 years, do these 2 years add to the legal requirement, the legal years requirements in Germany for you to get the German citizenship? So let's do a recap, okay? What are the requirements for you to get a German citizenship? The requirements are: 1, that you have been in Germany legally for 5 years. Then the language requirements. Then we have the self-sustained lifestyle. So you should either have a job or you have a business that you're paying your own bills. You should have your B1. We're talking about language, right? And then you have your Leben in Deutschland or your naturalization test. Just an overview. Now, this first point is what this subscriber is asking. The 5 years. So you already had 2 years in your Duldung, you did your Ausbildung. First of all, congratulations on your Ausbildung. But Duldung does not meet the requirements of the legal years. Why? Duldung ist kein Aufenthaltsrecht oder Aufenthaltserlaubnis. Okay? Duldung, the word itself tells you that you are being tolerated. Duldung is tolerance. So anyone who has Duldung, the state is tolerating you and you are actually required to leave the country, either out of your own will, voluntarily, or they would deport you, okay? And the only reason why your deportation has been suspended is because there's a certain reason, sometimes because the passport is not there or your case is still in court or something, okay? But usually Duldung means that you have to leave the country, and that already tells you that you do not have a legal stay in the country. So even if you're doing the Duldung for the Ausbildung, you are only being now tolerated because why? Ausbildung, right? Because of education purpose or educational purpose. So if you have Duldung, it doesn't count towards the years that you should be living in Germany legally. If you finish the Ausbildung and then you get a job, then with this Arbeitsvertrag, you have Aufenthaltserlaubnis. That is when your legal years start counting. Yeah. If you want more information to asylum, I have a video on that that explains how asylum in Germany works. And if you have any questions regarding Duldung and asylum and all that, and if you want me to do a full video on that as well, please let me know. Comment in the comment section and I will do just that. So Schatzileins, that's your November update. So from financial updates or financial regulations to pay increase or income increase to KulturPass, bureaucratic updates and all that, I hope you are now more informed and just stay abreast, stay informed. If you want to stay more informed, we have our Instagram page. We also have the community tab here on YouTube as well, where we put information out multiple times in the week. We also have the motivation segments as well, where we also, try to motivate each other to, get our goals done this year. So yes, make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure that you follow us on all other social media platforms. We would really, 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 really appreciate that. And thank you so much for your support. We are 10,000 subscribers now. We cannot believe it. Thank you so, so much. And yes, enjoy November. May November be good to you. Go out, even though it's cold and dark. I know, go out, make friends, enjoy the Christmas markets, enjoy the German traditions. And I'll see you the next time, next video. Tschüss, Schatzileins, bis zum nächsten Mal.